We want to come up with the cheapest and best approach for overbooking. And a way to look at this is a real classic problem. It's called the newsboy problem, or you could call it the newsperson problem. And so you've got this person on the side of the road, and he's selling newspapers. And so the question is, well, how many newspapers should he get? Because if he gets too many, from the newspaper company, he's going to end up with newspapers at the end of the day. And then what's he going to do with them? They're not going to have much value. And if he doesn't have enough, he's going to have customers who can't get the newspaper that they want. And in a way, that's very much the same as figuring out how much we're going to overbook by. Similarly, think about a bakery that's got a very famous pie. And let's say this pie is really, really good, but at the end of the day, it kind of loses, it gets kind of stale, and they have to throw it away. So the question for them is, well, how many do I make? If I make too many of them, I'm going to have to throw away a lot of pies at the end of the day. But if I don't make enough, I'm going to have customers who are angry because they can't buy one. And so with overbooking, we're trying to figure out how many should we overbook by. If we overbook by too much, we're going to have to walk people. But if we don't overbook enough, we're going to have empty rooms. So kind of keep this balance in mind. And so let's kind of take a look at what we have to consider. We've got the cost of an empty room. Okay, that's how much we could have sold it for if we had it available. The cost of walking, and then we're also going to go take a look at some information on our probability distribution of no-shows. And what I mean by this is things like what percentage of time do we have 0 no-show, 1 no-show, and 2 no-shows. And in the next video, we'll talk about how we use these 3 things to come up with a good overbooking policy.